to jump it up, and Golden's giving it up. Horford twisting.
Hold for this.
Seconds in. 29th game this season, but quarter to take care of the Raptors and 12 Pistons.
Excuse me, one game behind Thompson on that drive.
Moody, Cunningham, little push shot fence to get set up. Green, here's Curry on the cut, and Thompson got
They're mortals.
Green has to launch. Grab it. Robinson another chance. It was Moody who flew in. He gets a clean look. Hey. Harris loose dribble, but good cut. Curry. Oh my!
Loses him and he goes back.
Speaking. All 5 Pistons have already the way he's played this year. Here's Thompson up into Curry. Cut. Moody got hit. You know, it was interesting talking to Steve Kerr about move from 3, and he said, no, it's defensively, and he was so energetic on the
concept, Brian. If you're struggling offensively.
Finds Robinson wide open. Here's Horford. Stop. Takes.
The paint first, but if you haven't got.
Saw his numbers over the last 3. Went back. On. Can't hit that one. Travel, didn't get it. Thompson's mid-range.
To an open Duncan Robinson.
And they're score opponents by 19 coming off the ACL, but he has been huge.
JB Bickerstaff said he hasn't seen it 22 times a game, and they
in defensive rating only okay. Here's Green firing and
job every time he shoots threes. A lot of it because
Steve Kerr breaking it down open. Doesn't get
by Osar Thompson, not leaving Steph's side.
Green. Stewart looking to respond. No, it's like last year,
introducing a little bit more physical.
Santos, the crossover, and Santos, and push shot. No, it's guards. Stewart keeps him in.
With Melton before that ACL, he would.
Stewart gives it up. 3-on-1. Cunningham steady. Never have to worry about.
Into the facility every day.
Works.
I was wondering why you're.
Melton. Cantor. Pajemski for the legs. Doesn't get
running with you. That's just a poor decision
from 3. And they shoot nearly 20. Something Steve Kerr was happy to into the paint. A little.
I like this young man.
Stewart sets the screen, lob it inside. Don't run to create. Melton got bumped.
Melton are so important.
Moment there. Thank you, Alyssa.
Transition.
Jenkins to the 45 from Detroit was it called? Holland off this.
In a breather, Holland is.
Something Steve Kerr was at left wing 3 corner. Draymond. 40 Detroit in front. Kicking Stewart. Hit. Bickerstaff says it's the best defensive. Unable to flip it in. Wow.
Little things he does.
Curry. Trying to fit it into
brothers since they stepped grace period.
Santos. I think the warning letter is really the thing you want to. Santos juggles, waits, fit. Santos plays a great. Gins doesn't get the roll. Pop. Oh, it's a hot kicking it out. Holland. Green, nice look. Melton can't.
Robinson and Durant. Exception of Tobias.
Ivy 3 assists. Melton trying. Green. Jalen Duren, Kate Cunningham. Tweet catch. The reverse is good. What a spin. Thompson. Here's Melton, the push. Thompson. Like Duren had traveled before 10% from the line of the season.
20-10 advantage on the glass of your Detroit.
Cunningham, connect, plods into the lane, and post. Push shot. Another one who's Santos. Harris lines it up. 8%. During
levels, those turnovers will continue.
I think the ABC audience would very much score with 15. Healed. Corner, Robinson. Criticism is just silly. Cutting it. He was able to pressure Melton the way he...
Elite. So those two guys, elite.
Green looking for another. And Duren comes. Here's Horford.
Like an injury, so a very
sciatica. You know? JB and the coaching staff had to. Moody can't hit. Thompson elevates. Curry closed out.
That is Asar and the constant pressure.
Moody got whacked by Buster.
You can do it differently. Shooting outside of Duncan Robinson. Whoa. Hey.
He will fire. Clock turned off. Robinson can't hit in time, and that'll take points in those games as well. Little pull-up jumper, taking it right away from Curry. Little pull-up jumper, rims pass. Duren hangs, finish. Season this year, entering tonight. Preferred able to get to it, and now wingspan on 6'4" with a 6. That's the level of detail Cunningham.
Going against Al, who's 6'10", but he is
Any emotional ups and downs. He's just, you know how that makes you feel? That's something.
Or I think he's currently eating right now. Something like that.
And he will be out.
Thompson. Duren the catch. Good pick. Horford. You can put them in any lineup. Can't hit. Massaging his way and flip.
Oklahoma City's record is to Detroit. Like, there's a lot of these players that need to be in. Troy Weaver, do you accept Duren or Cade?
I think you have to.
Celtics the first time they meet this Golden State well positioned, but I couldn't agree more.
Detroit, that would mean adding shoot.
Think about it.
As he, most of those good looking. Cunningham, rims open, can't hit.
Just even if it's on the margins.
Good job, Robinson. Curry, a deep one.
A flick of the wrist works.
A 13. Curry accelerates, tag, can't flip it in. Good kick, Robinson. Oh, he's still with it. I keep focusing on it as Curry. 15 on layups. Tony Brothers immediately said no and pointed to his heels and said, with NBA countdown at 3. Lang has evolved to allow you to get strength to deal with the physicality.
Against Jalen Duren. Now Norm.
As he gets some, haven't been able to get over the hump despite. Off to Stewart, barging ahead.
If a guard's coming off the thing Stewart does to contribute to.
Jemski is 3.
Like, you know,
but one thing that really makes him great defensively, we have seen his impact.
Listen, this team, they play a very 3-1-ish looking zone here.
Harris,
where they lost part of the momentum.
Into the corner, Pajemski. Destroyed points. Jenkins. Santos, no. Harris, can't. Turnovers.
Butler presence. You know, there's just exceptional defense like that. I understand why Golden State would do it.
Sunday, it'll be the Lakers and Knicks.
Couple of big threes, as you mentioned.
Santos couldn't spin it. Pass there on the inbound. Holland. Those instincts that I feel fortunate. Short on a 3. Ivy. Kanimski gets a good look. Can't. All right, thank you, Alyssa. Thank you, Al. Season healed.
Equalizer.
Cunningham. And Booty fires. Hey! Stewart a 3. No, off, healed. Trying to control. Draymond Green.
And he spent much of the night despite that.
Keeps him. Couldn't quite get it to drop. Spencer. He does. Draymond Green join it too. Now it's Cunningham. The pocket of Cunningham. Who moved? Draymond Green went back over to the bench.
Listen, you see, we're going to, you know.
Stewart able to hang the whole way. Cunningham, the runner, able to Stewart lob it up. Oh my! Healed.
Last possession makes a nice little nifty.
Cunningham looking to respond. Here's Harris. Unable. Santos. He got it. Experiencing discomfort in his right knee. Thompson. Duren. Well, couldn't do that. First half. Spencer finds. Healed. Got bumped. Second half of a back-to-back for to shoot. Healed. Couldn't get move. Finds the cutter. Thompson got
out after he has a blistering.
Thompson melting too much. Horford using the mug. Duren directing track. Jenkins into the paint.
I love that.
Alyssa?
Before the game, he said it trust in the process of executing.
Running over the free safety.
When we ask Coach why they're...
Gets it to Pajemski on the move. Cunningham. Points, 8 rebounds, 8 assists. In the third. Will fire. No. In some trouble. Healed. No. Elevates. Had initial contact on it. Jenkins close out things as Melton. Cunningham in deep and gets them to evade Robinson. Melton
In front of him and gets to the fadeaway.
Cunningham, the attempted comeback. They protected the baskets. Bajemski coming off. Will fire. Missed
A little bit more in their favor.
Duran misses that. Duran missed him. Second one. Missed Moody to jump it up. On the season.
He's done here.
Pistons hang on. Should we
Take a look at
challenge it?
that.
But Steve immediately said no and pointed to his heels and said, hey, Black players coverage tips with NBA countdown at 3. Dancing, laying, what's some way your prep has evolved to allow you to knowing what I have to do with my strength to deal with the physicality?
He was isolated top of the key against Jalen Duran. Now,
He will check out as he gets some down from 20, but the Warriors haven't been able to get over the hump despite. Here's Cade off to Stewart, barging ahead.
Stewart does. You know, if a guard's coming off this in the post, there's so many subtle things Stewart does to contribute to.
Goes back to Bajemski, his 3.
Got to help and then sprinting the floor. Like, you know,
Problem. Then he said, but one thing that really makes him great defensive, invites that challenge. And we have seen his in place 23 minutes.
yeah. Listen, this team, they play a very back to this 1-3-1-ish looking zone here.
Enters, elevates, Harris, Haney.
That's big. This is the group where they lost part of the momentum.
Melton finds the cutter into the corner. Bajemski, 27 Detroit points. Jenkins. Santos, no.
Looking for a steal.
Harris came with the way Detroit feasts on turnovers. 6 and 16.
All right, go back to the Jimmy Butler presence. You know, there's just one skills. Exceptional defense like that. I understand why Golden State would do it.
Cock and NBC on Sunday. It'll be the Lakers and Knicks.
Here with this unit on the floor. Couple of big threes, as you mentioned.
Santos coming around to take the entry. Santos couldn't spin it. He telegraphed the cross-court pass there on the inbound. Holly on his 23rd birthday. Sar has. With those instincts that I feel fortunate. Post. Short on a 3. Ivy. Can it happen? Bajemski gets a good look. Can't. Thanks. All right, thank you, Alyssa. Thank you, Al. Had some nice moments this season. Healed.
Some way, and that's the equalizer.
Cunningham. And Moody fires. Hey! Stewart a 3. No, 11 assists. Moody way off. Healed. Trying to control. Draymond Green.
Came back grimacing from that, and he spent much of the night despite brutal.
Yeah, I just hope it's nothing that keeps him. Cunningham swivels. Couldn't quite get it to drop. Here's Spencer. He does. It's a group discussion as Buddy Hield and Draymond Green join in too. Now it's Cunningham. Oh, nice hands for Moody. Picks the pocket of Cunningham. Ooh, Moody. Draymond Green went back over to the bench.
Of course, was an assistant here. Now listen, you see, we're gonna, you know, fraternize, you know.
Only wasn't 3 though, Luke.
Look at that defense. Wow.
Stewart able to hang the whole way.
Didn't cannot turn your back.
Cunningham, the runner. Healed. Able to soul ready this evening. Stewart lobbing it up. Oh my! Healed.
Gets run off the three-point line on the last possession. Makes a nice little nifty.
Cunningham looking to respond. Wild to creep closer. Here's Harris, unable, trying to make that stick. Santos, he got it! After experiencing discomfort in his right knee.
But as much as it's been his energy.
Thompson. Lob it in, Durant, well, couldn't do that. Didn't play in the first half. Spencer finds, Spencer gives it up, Hield. Dishing, Harris got bumped.
For Cade.
Second half of a back-to-back for Hield, loose-handled, one to shoot. Hield couldn't get back. Robinson on the move, finds the cutter. Thompson got
to go. Have Steph go out after he has a blistering. The effort that young man has given this group tonight.
Thompson missed 4 threes. Melton nifty. Melton too much. Horford using the mark. Durant directing trap. 5 to shoot. Jenkins into the paint.
Here's the thoughts. Here's how we're going to finish, and I love that.
Alyssa?
Wins, and I talked to Jalen Duren about it before the game. He said everything we need to do. He said there's so much trust in the process of executing.
That was a big tight end running over the free safety.
Performers in the league.
Yes.
When we ask Coach why they're...
Green gets it to Podziemski on the move. Cunningham. Contact occurred post-gather. Podziemski tonight, 10 points, 8 rebounds, 8 assists. Detroit led by 20 in the third. Curry. Harris will fire. No. Anthony Melton in some trouble. Out. Melton into the corner. Hield. No. 13 to go. Jenkins elevates. Get loose there on that initial contact on it. Jenkins, time minutes here, trying to close out things as Melton go. Cunningham. Harris gets in deep and gets the 10. Trying to evade Robinson. Melton.
Out of about 6 seconds without Horford in front of him and gets to the fadeaway.
Melton. Risk reward not worth it. Cunningham. State, one thing that's helped them in this attempted comeback, they protected the basket after the free throw miss. Podziemski coming off. Podziemski with 7 to shoot will fire. Missed.
And stretch this thing a little bit more in their favor.
Hield. Duren misses that. Have 1 timeout remaining. Duren missed him. Second one missed. Cunningham and Moody to jump it up. 5 and 12 on the season.
Pia done there, and now the job he's done here.
And that will do it. The Pistons hang on.